All right, so let's talk about some Bitcoins again. Now, you know JSNet4 warned you about Bitcoins, and I also told you that if the Bitcoin does rise, it's kind of like a stock being traded online, kind of like the Forex market in a sense, where you can gamble and bet whether the price goes up or whatever, and then sell off. People didn't like my comment on that, and I said you better be careful because I think it can crash, and it's going to crash hard. Mark my words. That was the title of my video. Mark my words, Bitcoin will crash hard, something like that. The next flipping day, it got hit hard. It crashed hard. The day after that, even worse. They had to halt trading. It bounced back up to 180, 190. Oh, okay. I tried to warn people. People got upset with old JSNet4. Man, this is the currency to tell the bankers to go screw themselves, man. This is the way to do it. Why are you bad-mouthing Bitcoin? I'm not bad-mouthing Bitcoin. The principles are there. The reason people want to use it are there. But as I said before, there's not a chance in hell that the governments, especially the United States government, is going to allow a competing currency against the dollar or any other government as well. The euro, our buddies right over there, the euro, they have to destroy it and make a point. All they have to do is go out and buy a bunch of contracts on Bitcoin, paper, same thing, nonsense on Wall Street, and then sell them all. Yeah, they may lose money doing so. It doesn't matter. It's not the point. They have all the money in the world. They just press print on a printing press, use the money, destroy the market, take a loss. Doesn't matter because it's not really a loss. They created the money out of thin air, caused everyone else to take a massive loss, and teach you a lesson. Don't you dare mess with Bitcoin. That was the lesson, and that's what I said the lesson would be. And people still got upset with me. Joe, no. It's a global currency, man. Come on. Okay. Here's another one for you. Posted today. Bitcoin in danger from bureaucracy. You mean government? Like I said? For the reasons I said? No. Okay. I've long been less than enthusiastic about the future prospects of Bitcoin. I simply don't think that it's offering something important enough for people to change their ways to use it. Others differ, which is fine. It would be a very boring world if we all agreed at the same time, right? However, I'm increasingly seeing what I take to be a large and present danger to Bitcoin. The bureaucracy. And here's today's example. And this is a little quote. With mounting pressure on online money exchanges for Bitcoin from U.S. regulators, payment processors such as OKPay has announced that it is suspending processing for all Bitcoin exchanges, including industry leader Mt. Gox. Dwolla, another one, has already stopped processing payments going into the Bitcoin ecosystem, so to speak. There are many other stories about smaller Bitcoin organizations finding themselves suddenly unbanked, if you will. And banks simply insisting that they do not wish to provide them with an account anymore. Your business is no longer welcome here. We don't want your account no more because you're dealing with Bitcoins. So how do you plan on taking a Bitcoin, trading it, buying it, selling it, buying stuff, if the banks are starting to tell you we won't accept an account from someone who plays with Bitcoin? Naturally, that company can then say, well, we're going to sue the bank for, unfair treatment by not allowing us to be in business with you simply because we exchange Bitcoins. Do you want to mess with that nonsense like I said or not? I said just stick with gold and silver. Just stick with gold and silver and you don't have to worry about any of this stuff. Physical gold and silver. You will always be able to exchange that. If the United States Mint is minting gold and silver coins such as the Eagles, Silver Eagles, etc., what are the chances that they're going to come out one day and say we no longer will accept gold and silver Eagles and it's not going to happen? Well, but they did it in the 1920s, in 1934, 35. Remember that? The gold confiscation. That's because gold and silver were money back then. They had value, and they competed with the U.S. dollar. So the government said, we'll pay you for all your gold and whatnot, but you got to turn it in. Forcefully turn it in, but we'll pay you for it. And people said, okay, they did it. The next year, when the government felt they had taken all they can take, the price of gold went from $20 an ounce that they gave everybody to $35. It almost doubled. Why wouldn't they do that today? Because gold and silver is not money anymore, right? There's no real value there. How many Americans are stacking gold and silver coins by the droves like they did in the early 1900s? Almost nobody, except a few of us. We will be the few that benefit from this. So once again, you can play with fire. You want to go play with fire and play with Bitcoin and all this other stuff? Go ahead. I even told you the other day, a few weeks ago, 2-3 weeks ago, after reading some Webbot stuff, and they were talking about Bitcoin, you're going to see wild swings in Bitcoin, big ups, big downs, you name it. But you get caught in the wrong spot, and you get caught and say, I want to unload, I want to sell. I can't sell today, but it's high, I got a massive profit, I want to sell. What's that? Oh, the exchange that I was using is no longer has a bank account. They shut them down. Then what do? What do you have? You have a digital fiat nonsense in an account somewhere that you can't even collect? If I pick up a gold or a silver coin and put it in my hand that I had in my safe, I don't have to rely on the internet, the Bitcoin exchange, the paper, digital dollar. I have a physical object in my hand that has absolute value to it that can never go to zero. That's why I tell you to stay away from this nonsense and to stick with gold and silver. Again, especially silver. It's the most manipulated one downward in price. And it's, again, as I've always said 100 times, it'll be the one that springs higher the most as far as a performance basis. I'm not saying it's going to go past the price of gold, but if you had $1,000 to put in silver or $1,000 to put in gold, I'm telling you the $1,000 in silver will make you more money when the time comes here in the near future, when all this economic crap happens. That's what I'm saying. You'll be real happy with gold and its performance, but you're going to be ecstatic when you see what silver does. It is a matter of waiting this out and waiting and waiting and waiting. And as you wait, you keep stacking more, keep buying more, keep buying more. Price goes up, they slam it to try to teach you a lesson, and then more people buy. They slam it again, teach you a lesson, and then more and more people are buying. And now they're saying, oh crap. Comex inventory is record low. Delays, all that crap we just got done dealing with. It is only a matter of time. And you will thank God when the day comes and you say, man, I was waiting this for happen since 2 years ago. It's about time it's here. You're going to say, well, wait a minute. Why the hell did I just say that? Because in the last 2 years, I was able to buy more silver. I was able to buy more silver than the silver I had before, and I was waiting for it to skyrocket then. Hey, thank God that actually I got another additional 2 years of buying in before it really happened, because now I've got a nice size retirement fund that I can go unload. Yes, for paper dollars, you will unload it. Why? Because in this country, you will be using paper dollars. You will be buying and selling stuff for paper dollars. But if you take a little bit of silver and get a big pile of cash, who cares what medium of exchange you're using? Take care.